Alright, so we're just going to go over the Doberman page real quick. This is one of my favorites so far. I think you're applying a lot of the stuff that we've talked about, or at least, that I've mentioned in the other critiques of the pages. And I think they're coming along very well, and it shows quite a bit in this page. Overall, again, a really solid page. I'm really liking this page. But as usual, I mean, like the point of these is really to keep, nitpicking and constructing and making your work better. So we'll go panel by panel. With this first panel, I like the proportions. You're getting it. The relationship and the size of the head to the rest of it, I think, is great. This is right around what we've been talking about. The length of the arms is great. I'm liking the pose. The one thing I would have said about this is that angle is kind of extreme. It's a little forced. I would have liked to have seen maybe if this is the angle, maybe more like this. It's a very hard lean, but I get what you're going for. Like this, like sudden stop. So I can kind of like ignore that because it's just such a well drawn, shot of Doberman. I think it looks really really good. The background here again, I would like a little bit more depth. I see the chain link fence, and that's actually rendered pretty well. The light pole, the street sign. Just be careful. As far as the extreme perspective on this, I think it's a little too extreme for this. But again, I would have liked to mainly see maybe some buildings in the background, maybe a street here to give it more depth. But I understand that you're adding some background. The other thing is, I would say if you're going for machine things, mechanical things, structures, whip out the ruler. So for stuff like this, if it's a pole, if it's stuff like that, take out your ruler because when it's drawn in a more of a freehand way like this, it feels more organic. So your organic things and your machined, unnatural mechanical things, they both have they kind of blend in a sense, and using a ruler with these would have, I think, helped to reinforce the difference between the two. Because a lot of what we do, especially in black and white books, is about texture and about things like that. So I would say use a ruler with things like this. Okay, with these poles, yeah, there's kind of a curve here. There's a very roughness to some of this. I would have liked to seen a ruler, but the shot itself is really good. You're breaking the panel here just enough, and you don't do it that often, so it's really good. I overall I really like that. This panel here, absolutely love it. There's really not much that I can say that I find wrong with this panel. I like the guy's face. I like his look. I like what you're doing with the hair. I'm liking the detail work that you're getting. I think your inking is getting better. I like his expression. Just everything I really like about this page. There's really not much that I can nitpick. Again, I mean, I'd say maybe invest in a few French curves so that like these curves